This is my simpler, much more affordable nod to the beloved Singapore favourite.
Yum!
Do you want to cook some eatmarleyspoon? You need to get the bag. Should we put an apron on? What are we cooking today? Can you see what we're cooking today? Have a look. What about this one? What can you see?
Salmon.
Black and white pepper tofu. I won't say the pepper too loud. With greens and crispy salmon.
Yum!
There's nothing like opening up the fridge to see a eatmarleyspoon meal kit ready to cook. Okay, give it a good wash all over. Good job, Biddy. Do you want to peel the carrot? Be very careful of fingers, okay? So hold it on your left hand and then this way, and as soon as it go down, yep. Excellent, good job. One of the best things about our recipe cards is that it comes in 6 easy steps and you have photos to guide you. Step 1, we're going to prepare ingredients. You just want to make sure that it's almost like a paste and there's no really chunky bits.
Yum.
Yum. So we're just going to peel the strings off the snow peas. You want to help me or you want to go now? You want to go? You come back later. We'll get started on the broccoli. You receive everything that you need pre-portioned, so there's no wastage. You can just cut off the tougher outer stem if it needs it. This one doesn't, and it's perfectly good to use. I'm just going to put that into a heat-proof bowl and pour over some boiling water, just for a couple of minutes, so it can cook a little quicker in the end. And now for the sauce. I'm using black and white pepper. I've got some oyster sauce, and we can just use a little bit of the water from the broccoli, add the grated ginger and garlic, give it a bit of a stir. Use corn flour to thicken the sauce as well. Corn flour can get really lumpy, so it's best to mix it in with some water before you add it to anything like a sauce. I'm making tofu the star of this dish. Silken tofu can be quite fiddly, but once we coat it in some corn flour, make it really nice and crunchy and creamy on the inside, it's definitely my favourite. I'm just going to add the remaining corn flour to a flat bowl so we can coat the salmon and the tofu really well. You want to make sure that you use up all of the corn flour. The more the better, so it's nice and crisp and crunchy. I'm just going to coat the salmon skin just to give it some extra crisp. Okay, while that's heating up, I'll just drain the broccoli. Making tofu the hero of this recipe, and just a small amount of salmon. You're still getting the flavour, but it just goes much further, and it's packed with protein, this dish. Okay, that's looking good. It's ready to come out now. Just keep the salmon skin side up so it remains crisp. You can make this dish dairy-free if you prefer, and just add a little bit more oil if you need it. Once that's melted, carrots just need a couple of minutes in the pan. For the broccoli. Love these fresh ingredients. The snow peas and our pepper sauce. It does have some corn flour in there, so make sure you give it a really good stir before you drizzle it all around the sides. A bit of extra butter for good luck. Just give that a minute or so. Just halve the spring onion and bring them together just to save time, and then I'll cut them on an angle. It's a pretty garnish, but of course if the kids prefer you can just scatter it over your serve. Okay, we're ready to serve. Harriet, dinner's ready. Do you want to come in? My black and white pepper tofu with greens and crispy salmon. Deliciously different.